where on the case of this mountain laurel right here, it's just a single leaf that comes out from the stem. Oh, there's a deer. Look at them. Look at them. They chilling. What you want, guys? Oh, there's the two babies. Look. Oh, there's 3 of them. What? Hey, buddy. Hi. Hi. Yeah. What's up? What you doing over there? You chilling? You wanna watch? You wanna learn about trees? Oh man, there's like a whole herd. Oh dear. Oh dear, quite literally. Hey everyone, Brendan again. Welcome back to the channel. I'm here right next to Lake Welsh at Harriman State Park. Going along this small little trail where me and my buddy like to go fishing. And I don't really have anything specific for you today. I'm gonna do something different. So instead of finding an actual specific plant, I'm going to teach you how to identify them, bring you back to the basics, because I take it a little for granted that I could just look at a plant and just be like, oh yeah, this is that, whatever. But I realize that most people don't really understand how that actually works and how I could see certain things. So today, I'm gonna go through the basics. See you in a bit. Alrighty now, so this what we're looking at right here is a mountain laurel. And the reason why we're looking at the mountain laurel is because one, it was right next to me when I just stopped walking before, but we're gonna cover leaves first. So leaves are one of the most defining characteristics of a tree or a shrub or anything, and that's mostly what you see, even though there are other ways to identify any plant, but we're gonna start with leaves. So if you look at this leaf right here, right? You see the edge of the leaf? Smooth edged. Not all leaves have smooth edges. And then we have, I'm gonna pull it off, has a stem too. Certain leaves have stems, so this leaf is stemmed, smooth edged, and it's got a long shape, elongate. So sometimes you'll see leaves that are less rounded, and I'm looking to see if I could find any, but I really can't. Ooh, is that a black gum? That's interesting. Yeah, that's a black gum. All right, we'll cover that one in a different one, but yeah, so that's the leaves. But then also, I'm gonna wait for this guy to pass, of course. As I start filming, it just gets loud. All right, trucky boy, go by. There's the pattern in which the way it grows. So you see these where they grow. This leaf does not come in next to this one. That's called alternate growth pattern. So most plants are alternate growth pattern, but they have one that's called opposite, where they come in next to each other. And even if they are alternating. This plant, when it grows, alternates leaves per side. So, and this is a simple leaf because it is a single leaf coming out here. And it's funny I stopped here because before I didn't realize why I stopped here, but now I do, because this tree right here, this little baby one, and I'm gonna pull it down if this stump doesn't give out on me, is an ash. And this leaf right here, you see how there's multiple leaflets coming out on one stem that comes out from the actual twig? That's a compound leaf. So on a compound leaf, there's leaflets, where on the case of this mountain laurel right here, it's just a single leaf that comes out from the stem. Oh, there's a deer. Look at them. Look at them. They chilling. What you want, guys? Oh, there's the 2 babies. Look. Oh, there's 3 of them. What? Hey, buddy. Hi. Hi. Yeah. What's up? What you doing over there? You chilling? You wanna watch? You wanna learn about trees? Oh man, there's like a whole herd. Oh dear. Oh dear, quite literally. What's up, girl? You good? You good? Go on. Go on. I ain't here to hurt you. Go do your thing. Go do your thing. You're just scaring me because I just heard footsteps behind me. Better you than a bear. Well, that's nature for you folks. But anyways, hey yo, you already know, bird, let's go. All right, so let me grab this thing again. All right, so this is a compound leaf. And the reason why I'm also going into this is because the super important thing is ashes grow opposite. So you look at these, get away, mosquito, you're the bad part of nature. You see this stem right here and this stem on the leaflets are opposite of each other. Now, sometimes just the way that plants are, you're gonna see something, you're gonna have to check multiple spots because it might look like it's alternate, but it's really opposite. But the real thing and why that's important is because an ash looks damn near close to a hickory. And the only way you can tell, for the easiest way to tell, I should say, when they're this small, because in both trees the bark is really smooth like this when they're young, that an ash is opposite and a hickory is alternate. So that's that right there. And we're gonna come down right here. Just trying to see if there's a better one. All right. So no, we're gonna come down here to this one. Oh, don't fall down the hill. This, get out of here, mosquito, is a red maple. So these grow alternate, just as an example. And you see the leaf? The leaf, this shape, is called palmate, because it does have lobes a bit. It has lobes, but it goes out in like a palm, like your hand. So that's almost like a more palmate leaf. So you got budding me on my forehead. And then when you look at the edges, it's got little serrations. So this, get out of here, mosquito. A side note, I picked the worst day to come out because it literally just rained. And whoa, what was that? If it just rains, then all the bugs come out. That's when mosquitoes thrive. So yeah, this is a palmate leaf with a little bit of serration on the side. And then another leaf thing up here, this is an oak tree. This is actually a red oak tree. And I wish I could find, I'm not going down near that water right now. Yeah, you probably see it. And everyone knows oak trees, those leaves are lobed. Those are called lobed leaves. And these ones, it's the red oak, the lobes are jagged. Usually white oaks have smoother lobes. And there are different like subgenus of oaks. There's red oaks and white oaks, and each one has different kinds of species in them. But this is like an actual red oak that's in the red oak subgroup. So that's what this is. But those have lobes. And then you have leaves like this. And I'm gonna have it. So these kinds of leaves are called dissected leaves. And I'm gonna show you what it looks like in the back of the Peterson book and what I mean. So dissected leaves are that one right there, and they look all dissected in there. They're not toothed. It says finely cut, but the other ones are toothed because it's just teeth around the outside, but these are called dissected. So those are like the main kinds of leaves, and on the way back out I saw one other one that I'm gonna grab. But yeah, it is important to get these basics down and just like general leaf shape, because even like this, like, and this is how you learn seedlings, because this bad boy, for example, that's a red maple seedling. This right here actually is a tree the way it's growing. I would honestly say that's sort of like a cottonwood. It looks like it. I don't see anyone above me, but like this would be the right place. Cottonwood's like wet areas, and we're right near a lake. But the reason why I pointed out that red maple is because even before, and I'm going to find a better example when I go, because I stopped over here and I kneeled down and look at this, poison ivy. So red maple right here, and it looks that way, and even poison ivy up there, they'll grow literally right next to each other, but there's a difference. And like, you could see this red maple and be like, oh my god, poison ivy. And it's like, nah, dude, that's not poison ivy. That is. And while I did do a poison ivy video for my TikTok, I need to do one for my YouTube channel as well, just to go in depth with it, because like only so much you could do in 60 seconds or 3 minutes. And if it were a TikTok channel, you wouldn't have gotten that deer show up there. I'm definitely keeping that. But yeah, so we covered that. Oh, let's go into bark while we're into it. So you've got, this is back to the red oak. Got furrowed bark. This is what they call furrows. So there's different kinds of furrows. And then you have up there, if you can see it, it gets less furrowed. But that's a characteristic of red oak. They say it looks like ski trails. But I'm going to go find a smooth bark tree. It's actually over there, but I'll cut this out. So be right back. All right, so this bad boy right here is another red maple. And you can see, well, you can't because it's freaking backdropped. The bark's pretty smooth in certain spots. So smooth bark. This tree, as it gets older, the bottom of the tree gets more furrows and gets more furrows. But then when you look at the top's always super smooth. So That's a distinctive characteristic of red maple. But yeah, I guess just what I'm trying to say is to know the basics of just what things look like and what things are called. You start to pick up on it, and certain trees will always look the same, even though there's slight little variations. But that's pretty much that. But we have another really nice treat right here, and this is white birch. So as you saw on the river birch episode, fixing the mic, I apologize, and guys, I'm really going to get a new mic. Like, this setup is not ideal, but it has the horizontal lenticels just like the black birch. It's just color's a little different. But yeah, and white birch, the way you could tell from black birch, even if they are theoretically the same color, is that white birch grows in these clusters like this. Black birch and yellow birch do not do that. So just got to pick up on some main little things. And even, like, they don't always grow in clusters, but because see this white birch right here, this one's a big boy. Consider all things considered. It does sort of grow in a little cluster at the base because there's that other big one right there, but when they're young, they definitely grow like that. So yeah, this is a whole white birch grove right here. And even, another way, just really quick, is you can look at the shape of the tree. Just the shape of the tree and the way it grows, like out in the open. This one is actually another, and this is, out. We go to the base, you see the horizontal lenticels, right? Birch and or cherry, like we said from the last one. So let's go to the leaf. I'm gonna pick one with a knot bug under it. All right, so this one is serrated, and I'm gonna pull it off so you can see it better, because white balance is no bueno. These ones are actually, like, they call it doubly serrate or compounded serrate because they're just like stacked up on top of each other kind of thing. And there's serrations on the serrations. Let's see if I could, come on, grab it. Thank you. It's hard to do things with one hand sometimes. Like, there's certain spots, like right where my thumb is, there's serrations on the serrations, and the serrations aren't always equal, but it looks like a nice fine hacksaw. So like, if it looks like a steak knife, it's usually like normal serrated. I could already tell you right now this is black birch, but like, I'm gonna do the sniff test too. Oh yeah, wintergreen. Wintergreen's so green. Yeah, that's black birch. But yeah, aside from picking right plant, right place, because these are mountain laurels here too. I'm just pointing out things as we go. Like, or just the place where they grow. See how they look, what their leaves look like. I'm gonna turn you around, I apologize. What the leaves look like and everything. So I figured I'd just cover a little bit of basics on that. But I am going to go cover one more thing, which I saw in the back of the book, but I realized I'd never really seen in real life. And then when I pulled up here, it was almost like magic. Got out of the car, and there it was, like a leaf example of that. So we're gonna cut straight to that. I'm gonna not reach in front of the camera because that was just rude. Oh, so of course I talk about the red oaks before, right? This is a white oak. So the lobes on these are smooth and they're not hard and prickly because, well, I don't know why. I guess it's just nature, but essentially the way that you tell white oaks and red oaks from each other is at the end of these lobes on a red oak, there's always a little burr. But on white oaks, they don't have that. So this is actually a white oak right here. One of my favorite trees, actually. And don't mind me being a little... And I would like to say that this is Dunkin' Donuts bush, but it's not. This is just some jerk who decided that it was okay to make their medium hot original coffee, 3 sugars and 3 milks, throw it into a bush. You're a jerk, bro. If you see this and you see where we are and you understand where we are, I'm coming for you, dude. I'm coming for you. And I apparently just keep on stopping along the way for multiple reasons. One, this is an actual perfect example of alternate leaves. So you see how they grow alternate from each other, but also because this plant has what's called spittle bug. So when these bugs eat this tree and they defecate, for lack of a better word, it looks like spit. So I've seen this a lot. on landscape plants, like when I used to work for the arborist and I was an arborist, but I've never really seen it in like the nature setting. But it's everywhere here. Like, look, even on this, like, got spittlebug everywhere. But I thought that was a pretty neat thing to show. Alright, so honest truth, this is the last section of this video. I'm going to try to do it before this bike comes racing down the street. So I said that there's leaves that have stems, and that's a characteristic of the leaves. You could also have a stemless leaf, or you could have something that's like this. This, where the leaf is around the stem, that is called perfoliate. And then they also have clasping, which is a different style of that. So the perfoliate circles around it like that and circles it. So that's just one more main characteristic. But yeah, just to beat out this bike, she's coming in pretty fast. That's it for today, guys. Like, comment, subscribe, ask me anything, and follow my TikTok, foraging_friendin. But until then, well, until the next time, I should say, peace.